Hey everybody, Omni Griffin here, and welcome to Subterrrain. Now, I started recording this, and the recording stopped mysteriously, so I'm going to apologize right now. I'm already gonna know some stuff, and I'm gonna be clicking through some stuff a little bit on the quicker side. But I'm still gonna throw it all up there so that all that information is there. But I basically burned probably 20 minutes playing already. So at least at the everything will go a little bit faster. We're going to play on normal difficulty. We can still save and pause from the menu. I'm not too worried about this. This is really just to get a feel for the game. If you guys like it, maybe I'll finish playing through it, and maybe I'll try it on a harder difficulty. Not going to leave permadeath on just because. We won't skip the intro, and we won't skip the tutorial. I'll let you guys go ahead and watch the intro without making any of the sarcastic comments that I made the first time through, because it will explain everything.
Mars. Humanity's first colony on Mars. MPO. MPO is a new hope for thousands of people seeking a fresh start. I didn't get one, though. For over 15 months, I've been confined in MPO's prison. Block B05, Cell 6. My name is, well, was Dr. Albert West. It's just West now. At least to the guards. A lab accident granted me a new title. Murderer. I was thrown in here right after. That's all in the past. I've got worse problems now. My rations have run out. The guards are missing. Emergency power's still on. I've been stuck in here for a week. I still can't figure out what happened. When this began, my cell was never open for the day's morning head count. After several hours, my tray slot opened up. It was the guard, Hank. His eyes were strange. I could tell something horrible was going on. There will be a transfer today. Be ready at 1700 hours. And take this. It'll be your only meal today. I heard shuffling and whispering through the slot. I couldn't make out what they were saying. My tray slot closed abruptly without another word. A prisoner transfer? And what was going on with Hank's eyes? For a brief moment, I had forgotten I was hungry at all. A siren went off.
Attention, all prisoners. Cells will be opened one at a time. Follow the guards and obey their instructions. Prisoners that fail to comply will be executed on the spot. Cell block B05 is first.
I heard the unmistakable rumble of cell doors opening through the walls.
Cell 1. Cell 2. Cell 3. Cell 4. Cell 5.
Next was my cell. I was ready to get out of here.
Cell 6.
Suddenly, darkness. It was completely silent. I peeked through the gap in the door, but the hall was empty. The guards were gone. Emergency power finally kicked in. The air duct's fans started spinning again, but the door didn't budge. I was stuck. I've tried yelling, pounding, clinking my can. No one's coming. My last resort is the air duct. The fan's barely spinning. Maybe it's safe to pass through by now. I don't have a choice. I can't hold on for much longer. I have to survive. If only to see her one last time.
So, thank goodness for subtitles, or we wouldn't have seen these so I can see her, or we wouldn't have understood these so I can see her one more time. So, obviously, based on the story, we are on a colony on Mars, and something has gone terribly, terribly awry, and we are going to have to figure out what it is. So, I better get moving. 0 days, 0 hours, and 0 minutes. So, this is our journal. God, how long have I been here? It must have been days since I've last eaten. My head feels like it's about to pop, and my tongue feels like a dry hunk of beef jerky. I can barely stand, but I've got to drag myself up one more time. I can't let it end here. I've got to at least try. Obviously, the door's not something I can pry open by myself in this state. Vent is the only option at this point. The air circulation fan is slowing down, so there's a chance the anti-tampering measures don't have enough juice to be an issue anymore. I messed that up the first time I read too. Anyway, should be easy enough to force the vent open if I'm not getting shocked. I better get moving. If emergency power fails, I'll be dead before I can figure out what's going on. So, that fun little extra little bit of story. We do also have other things here, like the Mars map. So this is what we have going on here. We are obviously in the MPO prison, and we've got a lot of other things. Now, as I've watched the trailer on the Steam page and read a couple of the reviews, because I wanted to see what was going on, we are going to get here to the main power, the MPO generator, and we're going to have to try to keep it up and moving. That's how this game is going to go. We don't have anything in production, and this is our reactor status. This is kind of what we saw on the last page when I clicked on it. I have no idea what any of this means. I'm imagining that at some point it will make sense, like these are health or something. Not sure. Something about turrets, so maybe these are all turrets. That would make some sense. Regardless, that's where we're at right now. Stuck in our cell. So we're going to get a bunch of these tutorial layovers. They go pretty much at about the right time that you need them, so no complaints about that. It's actually really well done. So 1 through 8 are going to be quick slot item uses. You can see we've already got some over here that we're going to end up being able to use. WASD is move, M is the minimap, R is to take all, and J is journal. The M and J are going to be a little hard to get to, but I don't think those are things that we're going to use all that often. Space is dodge. Not quite sure how exactly that gets used, but I'm pretty sure it will be relevant. Shift is to sprint or split items. Splitting items is an inventory management thing. Q is to examine. That'll get explained in further detail a little bit. F, light on off, generally makes sense. Also, we'll end up going into it a little bit more. E is interacting with stuff. N is the world map. Tab is to toggle the camera zoom, and escape is the pause menu. With our left click we can attack, and with our right click we can shield ourselves and or drag things around, and our scroll wheel is to swap weapons. We will be basically going through all of these, or a good number of these, as we go. So why don't we just get to it? Alright, so as you can see, we can move around, point at stuff, but we need to, yes, drag. By holding our right mouse button and using WASD, we can drag objects, which will sometimes reveal things. Now I'm going to actually interact real fast with this. There's nothing in the drawer, good to know. And we are going to go ahead and jump into that air vent that we weren't able to use before. So now we get told about lighting. Basically, F is our light. It turns on and off. If we're using something that actually takes power, it's going to use power. And it also says that some stuff will automatically turn off when power saving is pretty good. So I went ahead and hit F, which is using our light stick, which as far as I know does not actually have any power requirements. Alright, so scan, this is, as I mentioned, we're going over this again. So scan lets you see interactable objects. Basically, anything that's in the radius that's interactable glows with that green. We have chocolate bar. We can actually hit R to take everything. Now, it says it does 50 hunger, so we can wait a little bit. So these are other cells that are awry. This is the cell that we were in. Obviously, other cell doors got busted, and other people were also not as lucky as we were. Now, if I remember correctly, most of these don't have anything. Okay, so we found a water bottle on the ground, so we can use E basically to always check the ground around us. We can hit R to pick everything up. There is, I think, one cell that has something useful in it. And it's not this one. I'm basically saving myself some of the exploration that I did earlier. Oh, okay. Darn it. This is actually bad. Why can't I take it? Oh, because I don't have room. Alright, so Our thirst and hunger are pretty good, so I'm actually going to go ahead and eat these things. So it takes us a little bit of time to eat things. We get a fun little sound effect to go with it also. But that actually changed randomly, which means that I might need to actually explore everything again. Now, I'm not particularly worried about it, but I wouldn't mind taking every advantage that I can. Oh, whoops, this is exactly what we were already in. Okay, these are connected, that's why. Okay, I'm just silly. That means that we want to... Alright, so we do need to go to the bathroom. Okay. Right, the other ones are connected in a different manner. So we do get a nice little warning over here that we need to urinate. This says slight need, but we might as well use it. Why not? Take care of it when you can. So our fatigue is 7, our thirst is 2, our hunger is 12. That's not bad. Terrible things. Alright, so we're going to talk to you about our inventory. Right now we don't have a bag, which is why I actually couldn't pick up that canned meat before I ate the chocolate bar and drank the bottled water. So in the inventory, once we have a bag equipped, which there's one sitting on the floor, which is why we're getting this tutorial, we can basically press E to constantly see our inventory. And then it talks about stack splitting and the fact that we can stack things on top of each other by dragging and dropping. Relatively simple inventory management stuff, but worth noting at the very least. Because now we can actually hold stuff. So we got another thing of baked beans. That's pretty good. Alright, this is locked, this is locked. What happened here? Alright, and then we're in the duty room for the guards. We can take the evacuation status update, and we can take the baton and the hacked key card. So, first off, oh, okay, ooh. Okay, that's what tab is. I hit tab because I was thinking about pausing. Oh, interesting. So, the evacuation status update, we have to use it first, and then it gets added to the log. Alright, evacuation status update. It was literally while I was reading this before that I noticed I wasn't recording, so we've already picked up like 7 minutes of content because this messed up earlier, so hey, why not? Alright, evacuation status update, 0 days, 1 hour, and 36 minutes. That's apparently how much time has passed. Yep. Alright, outbreak response plan 11B status update, April 15th, 2053. We do not know what day we are currently at. Attention all security staff, the following is a status update regarding 11B. 92% of MPO's population is infected with the unknown agent. Okay, we're getting some insight into what's actually going on here. Infected can be identified by bioscan or rudimentary metal detector test if scanning equipment is unavailable. The survivors that were ordered to report to security staff at Murray Space Center had made it there safely. According to their last report, there were 134 uninfected individuals, including security staff. So we apparently want to go to Murray Space Center. Maybe. MPO's emergency response team meeting was presided by 7 surviving council members. So I don't know how many council members there were to begin with, obviously, but that's probably not good, the fact that they used the word surviving. The present council members unanimously voted to shut down power for the entire city, excluding Murray Space Center and MPO prison. Evacuation plans for the prison have been approved. The remaining staff and prisoners are to load onto trams and rally at Murray Space Center. Once at Murray, staff and prisoners will be assigned a shuttle. Proper safety procedures must be followed. All security staff and prisoners must wear proper IEVA suits before boarding the shuttles, and Navcom diagnostics must be run before takeoff. Once approved for takeoff, all shuttles are to dock with Mars Orbital Station and wait further instructions. So, They had a plan to evacuate a bunch of people. Obviously, things went a little bit south. There are dead people around, so maybe things went better than it seems, and they just lost a couple people, but that seems unlikely. Prisoners must be transported to Murray Space Center by 2300 hours tomorrow and are to be handled with extreme caution. Some of them were serving sentences for murder. They are not to be left unsupervised. Again, do not leave any prisoner unsupervised during the transfer. If we closely follow protocol, we could very well avoid a complete catastrophe. Cool. Well, we learned some things. Also, oops. I want equipment. I would like this baton. So, things that I noticed. We have weight. So we do need to watch our weight. I don't know what this means. Obviously, these are texts that I don't have yet. I think this is next and previous. So I can't scroll. Okay, I can. Oh. Once I scroll to it, it won't let me back. And I presume that that is its durability. Alright. We don't have much here. But we do have this key card. Locked doors. Locked doors can be opened using the appropriate key card only. Search the area or look for clues in the logs to find the right key cards. Hacked key cards can be found all over MPO. So that requires B. I'm curious as to which all of these require. C. C. Okay, so we have to go this way first. Well, fuck. This can't be happening. I beg to differ. It is in fact very obviously happening. Now, I presume we're going to get combat instructions here shortly. That requires C. I can sit. I think you can sit to relax, to gain stamina. I can interact with like any of this. Wait. A sealed healthy drink. Well, it's sort of healthy. No. So we don't want to risk contamination. Right now, our contamination is 0 and our condition is 100. Our oxygen's good. The temperature, I believe, yeah, that's Celsius. So 20 degrees Celsius isn't too bad. Combat time? Combat time! Just gonna keep checking around. Okay. I just want to be sure that everything's been explored because it's time to learn about combat. Well, it didn't tell me anything, but I figured it out anyway. So we lost a little bit of durability on the baton. So really, okay. So we really just needed to figure that out. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll take everything. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Man, do we have any extra information? Okay. We have a key card. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on there, so let's hold off here. Alright, we did look at everything. We did, okay. So, first off, let's look at our inventory here real fast, and let's look at some of the stuff that we picked up. We got a shotgun flux. Alright, so damage 300 to 359 a shot. With 1 shot a second, 8 shots per fire? Because it's a shotgun, okay. That is a huge amount of DPS. 30% angle, not sure what that means. 25 energy a shot. Okay, range is 3. We don't really have any... I don't know how that measures. But we do... It is explosive. Its knockback is 8 to 8, so I think it's just always 8. The heat capacity is 50. The cooldown rate is 4 a second. It's a 4% chance to crit. And it has the durability of a little bit over 500, so a little bit over half. Now, we do have power packs, a small portable energy pack. It doesn't hold much, but you can use ranged weapons or a shield without it. Okay. Interesting. Not... So this has to go here, right? Awesome. This is me guessing also, by the way. I don't know what those are. So we got a side bag. Okay, we have 2 side bags in our side bag. But we also have a knife. 20 to 30 a hit, 30%. It also has... It has researchable tech. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so it would appear that... Okay, a stun grenade I can put on 2. Okay, we're doing okay. We'll stick with the baton for now. This takes A, right? This isn't gonna work. I already know this isn't gonna work. Press space to quickly dodge incoming attacks. That's right, we never tried. Okay. Leaving this place. Made it to the administrative level of the prison, but I haven't seen a single person. Well, no one that's still breathing anyway. That's not true. We killed somebody. Well, not important, I guess. The administrative area is where visitation and clerical work of prison takes place, but it's also the main entrance to the prison. I was carted in here by the tram. I wonder if it's still operational. I might want to check out the oxygen and thermal regulation systems while I'm here, too. Chances are I'll need to know what those look like if I ever need to do repairs. From the look of this place, though, all hell's broken loose. I don't think there were any guards in here, considering what I've seen so far. Hopefully there's still a weapon laying around here somewhere in case whatever is done this is still lurking around. I hope security measures aren't online anymore. Well, this is the only way out. I think we're gonna get our combat tutorial now. Just need to make it to the main gate. This isn't really a horror game, but I still want to be cautious. I don't know which way the main gate is, so... That's right, we wanted to check this out anyway. Power pack. Power packs are the only means to power your equipment. They are required for ranged weapons and flashlights. West may recharge them at charging stations located throughout the game. Power packs are upgradable through research. So... Power packs. So we're probably going to find power packs in here, and as we figured, they go there. I think that's all the tutorial is going to give us here. Right, we don't have a flashlight. And our ranged weapons. Right. So that's a charging station. This tutorial video is actually very useful. And boom. Alright. Broken thermal regulator. Don't know if that's actually going to be useful. I keep hitting tab. That's a little shocking. Alright, I don't know how long that takes to charge back up, but it does take some time. Alright, so we've got gosh darn it. I keep wanting to hit tab for inventory. I'll get over it. Alright, so we could use a flashlight instead of our glow stick. Much brighter and better range than a light stick, but it constantly drains a bit of power. So I'm actually okay just using the light stick for now. Just for now. We'll see. But that's good to know about those power packs. Excuse me. Alright, this is the thermal thing. Alright, well, we've made it through our first combat pretty easily. So this is like prisoner visitation area. I'm half expecting to find something in here. Infected nail. Okay. I'll pick it up. Maybe it'll be useful. I mean, obviously it was there, and it says it yields something. That something is probably good for us, or useful for technology or something, or maybe figuring out how to cure this infection. Gotta be real careful. Check my corners. Shield. This is an interesting place to learn about this. Alright, so holding the right mouse button. Activating West's shield requires a power pack and enough energy. West can move and dodge while blocking, but is unable to attack or sprint. Blocking an attack using the shield will absorb damage depending on the power pack's tech level, as well as protect him from fractures and bleeding. Getting hit while the shield is up will drain energy from West's power pack. You gonna get any information here? No. Okay. It doesn't use any power to just hold up the shield, it looks like. Okay, it does. Though it is minimal. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here? I don't know at what point I'm going to be over encumbered. Oh, yeah, 5. Oh my gosh. These are going to be useful once I can salvage them. The crowbar, an iconic melee weapon for a free man. Okay. Obvious reference is obvious. I'm going to leave this rotten food scrap. That looks like the next way to go. What's over here? Oh my god. Just keeping an eye on that. Broken PTC. A completely broken personal temperature control unit. This one definitely doesn't work. Oh. Okay, that's how I drop it on the floor. Oh, that's what I just dropped on the floor. Well, might as well explore room by room. I'm holding a charged attack here, just in case. Okay. These things could be very useful. I don't know if they will be. No. Let's not get contaminated, please. Smart glasses. These smart glasses that adjust focal length to the wearer, they are similar to the ones you're wearing. Only I like my style of frame more. That looks like pretty good fragment yield. Hairpin. Nope, not wearing this. Well, I'm taking all of it. Every little bit of scrap could be useful. A VR headset? A high-tech VR headset? Ironically, this one has a zombie game installed on it. Ring. This reminds me of her. Okay, well... Interesting. Purified water, beautiful. Rotten scrap food, not so much. Broken plate could be stuff. Body lotion, detergent. A large towel. Decontamination pill. That seems very important. So yes, I can totally drag stuff around, by the way. I've just been really bad about doing so. Okay, oh, those are chairs. Alright, anything in here? Beer can. Seems to still be sealed. That sounds good. Vita D also sounds good. We're filling in the floor plan here. Sleeping. Fatigue is reduced by sleeping. Wes can sleep by interacting with beds. Pressing a movement key will wake him up. Sleeping will reduce Wes's fatigue, and time will pass more quickly. Upon waking, Wes will be given a stamina reduction bonus. Fatigue increases gradually over time, but physical activities such as running and melee attacks increase the rate it builds. Fatigue can affect Wes's maximum stamina level once it gets high enough. That makes sense, and actually is an interesting mechanic. I should not sleep there, however. Morning cereal. I actually should check if that has a contamination risk. The box is sealed, but it could be contaminated. And what is this? Small side bag. Screw it, take the bag. I need more bags. Nothing here. A large towel. Gonna stuff ooh, a standard colonist suit. A standard issued MPO colonist suit is offers very minor protection. Durability 46 out of 75. Mobility, life support. So 2, 10, 100, 1 out of 10. Let's wear that. It's not like a huge improvement, but it's something. A cap. Guess I can scrap this. Yeah, that's what I'm taking it for. Alright, so our fatigue is building up to 31, our thirst is 21. I don't know if that's enough for me to be worried about it just yet. But we are actually basically at time to call the episode. I want to finish going down this hallway, though. Okay, this is the other side. That makes sense. I thought I had B. I thought I had Class B. I guess I don't. You want to clear your corners. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, key card, prison gate, and a stylus. I'm gonna be the person who loots everything. That's not always a good thing. I'm gonna become over encumbered and have to make a choice here. But like, that looks like it recycles into cool stuff. If I find a way to recycle it, which I presume I'm going to. And look, electronic stun grenades. Those seem, you know, super useful. Oh wow. A nano SSD. A game controller. Basically stuff to scrap. I'm carrying 15 pounds of things. Okay, assembling weapon. Oh, interesting. Customize and upgrade ranged weapons by assembling them with different barrel and heatsink parts. Each core part of the ranged weapon has limited pin link capacity and durability. All 3 parts are upgradable through research. Some parts have special attributes like laser sights or silencers. Weapons can be repaired by placing them in the nano reconstruction bay. Okay. Oh wow. All the things. For a second I thought I saw something move. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and waltz through here in what I presume is going to end poorly for us. Heading to Central. I finally made it to the prison's rail station. Incredibly, there was a fully operational tram. It never left for wherever it was headed. I guess the evacuation never even made it past the station. Power seems to be flowing to the prison district, but there's no telling how long it will be before it gets knocked out, or if whatever did this will be back. I don't want to find out. Central Control was the heart of MPO, so there's probably plenty of supplies I can gather there, maybe even other survivors I can make contact with, and perhaps something to eat too. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. We just got an achievement of a prison break. So interact with the tram door to travel to other locations. The location West is traveling to must be powered by first using the power control console in the central control. Riding the tram will take in-game time, but West will recover a little fatigue during this. When aboard, West will not consume oxygen and thermal energy from his canisters. Okay. Because the tram is powering. Looks like I lucked out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save the game here. And then we're going to go ahead and call this episode. We kind of hit right in at 40 minutes. That seems to be actually the pattern that I'm getting with the new games. You know, quote-unquote new games. Most of these games aren't all that new, but they're new to me. So far, I like this game. I like this game a lot. We haven't seen much combat. We haven't really gotten to the meat of the game yet. So that judgment of I like it, is definitely a little premature. I like where it's going. I like the mechanics that I'm seeing thus far. And I have gotten to see some of the reviews, so I kind of know where things are headed. It's not too spoilery, but I kind of already went over the general premise of the game. So I like a lot of the mechanics that are going on here, and I think that's the important part. Even though it looks pretty complicated, it's really overall relatively simple. And that tends to be the pattern of a lot of games with a lot of information. Just like I think Sunless Sea is going to be a lot easier than it initially seemed. But that's neither here nor there for the moment. As I said, this game seems pretty neat, but I'm curious as to what your guys' opinions are. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments down below. If you don't want to see more, let me know in the comment section down below, or thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you want to do in order to vote, and I'll take a look at it and take it under consideration. I personally am looking forward to playing more of this, but if you guys really don't like it, then so be it. It'll be something I play in my spare time and don't put on the channel. Maybe. Depends how much spare time I have. But I think that's going to be it for this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed Subterrrain. Is that right? Gosh darn it. I can check. I really should know the game that I'm playing, but yeah, Subterrrain is correct. I knew it was Sub and Terra. I wasn't sure if it was Subterrrain, but that's a different thing. Regardless, I will stop rambling as I usually do and say, once again, thank you for watching. I will see you next time, but until then, keep your gears turning.